Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Before we dive into today's absolutely bone-chilling story, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell because trust me, you don't want to miss the terrifying tales I've got coming your way. So help, it's something nobody can ever refuse, right? It's something everyone wants to do for others, but sometimes we just can't. When someone asks you for help, you can't say no, it's just human nature. But sometimes, that same act of kindness can trap you in ways you never imagined. People always say you should look at your own life first before trying to help others. Are you in the right place? Are you in a position to actually help someone? Well, today's story is about exactly that. About a man who tried to help someone and ended up trapped on a path he could never escape from. Maybe it was the timing. Maybe it was the place. Maybe it was just fate. But this story is absolutely real. And it happened right here in America, in the backwoods of rural Pennsylvania near the old Centralia area. A place where people go during the day for hiking and sightseeing, but at night, it becomes something entirely different. Alright guys, so this story starts in a small town outside of Pittsburgh. There was this guy named Vincent. He was around 26, 27 years old, and he was a doctor. Now, Vincent lived with his parents because, he was saving up money and helping out the family. One evening, Vincent was just chilling at home when his parents came to talk to him. They said, "Look, son, we know you're a doctor and sometimes you have to make house calls, even in the middle of the night. We get it, that's your job, and we're not going to interfere with your career. But your wedding is coming up really soon. We've already done the engagement ceremony and everything. Now, let me explain something for you guys who might not know. In some American families, especially those with strong traditional roots, they have this custom where they tie a white ribbon around the groom's wrist during the engagement. It's supposed to be this protective ritual, and there's this old belief that once that ribbon is tied, the groom shouldn't leave the house alone, especially at night. They say negative energies, ghosts, spirits, demons, whatever you want to call them, are attracted to people who are about to get married. Vincent's mom was telling him all this stuff, and right at that moment, his phone rang. It was an emergency call. "Dr. Vincent, we've got a patient here in critical condition. She's stable enough that she doesn't need to go to the hospital, but if we don't give her this injection tonight, we'll have to admit her for 4 to 5 days tomorrow morning." Without thinking twice, Vincent grabbed his medical bag and started heading for the door. "Mom, I'll be back in a bit," he said. His mother freaked out. "Where are you going? It's 12:30 a.m. "Yeah, it's 12:30, but I have a patient who needs help. I just need to give her one injection and I'll be right back." His mom tried to reason with him. "Can't she wait until morning? It's just one injection." "No, Mom, that's not how it works. If I don't give her this injection now, she'll have to be hospitalized for days." His mother got really worried and said, "Okay, but if you're going, please don't take the back road through the old mining area. That's where all the accidents happened back in the day." Vincent brushed it off. "Mom, that's just local superstition. I'm taking the shortcut. It's faster." "No, if you're going through there, especially at 12:30 a.m., don't go at all. You don't know what's out there. There's a spirit that roams those roads, and she never lets anyone go. Your life could be in danger." But Vincent didn't listen. He grabbed his medical bag, got on his motorcycle, and headed out into the night. Now, Vincent forgot one crucial thing. His phone was completely dead. You know how it is, you use your phone all day, the battery dies, and in the rush of an emergency call, you forget to charge it. So there he was, riding through these dark, winding roads with no way to call for help. He was taking this back road that cuts through what used to be old mining territory. It's one of those roads where you never know where you'll end up. There are some state patrol officers around the main checkpoints, but once you get into the back areas, you're completely alone. As he was riding, all of a sudden, this thick fog rolled in. It was January, middle of winter, freezing cold, so the fog wasn't that unusual. But it got so thick that Vincent could barely see 5 feet in front of him. And then, out of nowhere, he saw a figure in the road. A woman. He slammed on his brakes, skidded, and crashed his bike. He went flying and hit the ground hard. When he looked around, there was nobody on the road where he thought he'd seen someone. But then, in the distance, he spotted a woman lying on the ground. Vincent thought, There's nothing else around here that I could have hit. That must be her. He ran over to help her. It was a young woman, maybe 19 or 20 years old. She was wearing normal clothes, but she was absolutely beautiful. Looked like she came from a good family. She had anklets on her feet and was carrying this bag with what looked like clothes inside. Vincent tried to help her up. "Ma'am, I think we had an accident. I'm so sorry. The fog was so thick, I couldn't see you. I'm a doctor. Let me check if you're injured." The woman was trying to say something, but Vincent couldn't quite make out what she was saying. So he opened his medical bag, pulled out his stethoscope, and tried to check her heartbeat. And that's when everything went wrong. There was no heartbeat. Nothing. Complete silence. Vincent froze. Before he could even process what was happening, the woman reached for the white ribbon tied around his wrist and tried to pull it off. But Vincent jumped back just in time. He was terrified. What the hell is going on here? I'm trying to get to a patient, and now this is happening. Then the woman spoke clearly for the first time. "Can you help me?" Vincent remembered what had just happened. No heartbeat. But then he started rationalizing it. Maybe my stethoscope is broken, or maybe it's too noisy out here, or maybe the environment is affecting it somehow. He decided to help her anyway. "Look, I'm a doctor. I can help you. Come with me. Get on my bike, and I'll take you to a good hospital." The woman agreed. Vincent helped her stand up, and she asked him to grab her bag from where she'd been lying. "Can you please bring my bag? It's right over there." Vincent went to get the bag. It was surprisingly light. He picked it up and turned back toward his motorcycle, but the woman was gone. Vanished. Completely disappeared. Vincent was in shock. She was just here a second ago. Where did she go? He still had her bag in his hands. Curious and worried he might get in legal trouble, he decided to look inside. What he found made his blood run cold. Inside the bag was a wedding dress, a bridal veil, wedding jewelry, anklets, everything a bride would wear on her wedding day. What is happening to me? Vincent thought. I need to get to my patient. She's probably suffering right now while I'm dealing with this. He threw the bag down, got on his bike, and tried to leave. But as soon as he started the engine, he couldn't move forward. Something was holding the bike back. He looked in his rearview mirror, and there she was, the same woman, but now she was wrapped in the wedding veil, and her face didn't look human anymore. No matter how much Vincent revved the engine, the bike wouldn't move. It was like she was holding it in place with supernatural strength. Terrified, Vincent jumped off the bike and started running on foot. But no matter which direction he ran, he kept running in circles, and the woman kept following him. She wouldn't stop. After running in circles for what felt like forever, Vincent found himself back at the exact spot where the accident had happened. But this time, he noticed blood on the ground, footprints leading into the woods. He turned on his phone's flashlight, using the last bit of battery, and followed the bloody trail deeper into the forest. The trail led him to a clearing where he heard crying. And there she was again, the same woman, but this time she had no legs, just a torso, sitting there, surrounded by blood. When she saw Vincent, she started pleading with him. "I won't let you leave here, but please help me get back to my husband. I don't know how I ended up here. I don't know how I died so suddenly, but I need to get back to my husband. He loves me so much, he must be worried sick about me. Please take me to him or I'll never let you go." Vincent was sweating bullets, completely terrified. He didn't know what to do. On one hand, this spirit was begging for his help. On the other hand, he had a living patient who was fighting for her life. Finally, he made his choice. He told the spirit, "Look, I want to help you and maybe I can, but that won't bring you back to life. But there's another woman who I can actually save. Her life is hanging in the balance, and I know I can help her. She can still live. Please let me go. Please, I have to save her life." As soon as he opened his eyes, the spirit was gone. There was nobody around. Vincent ran back to his bike, jumped on, and raced to his patient's house. He gave her the injection, wrote her a prescription, and she recovered completely. When Vincent was driving back home, he knew he had to take the same route through the back roads. As he approached the same curve where everything had started, he saw something in the middle of the road. It was his white ribbon, the one the spirit had tried to pull from his wrist earlier. Smiling with relief, Vincent picked up the ribbon, tied it back around his wrist, and continued on his way home. But as he was leaving, he looked in his rearview mirror one last time. There she was, the bride, standing in the middle of the road in her full wedding dress, watching him drive away. And that's where our story ends, guys. But I want to tell you something. In the backwoods of Pennsylvania, near the old mining areas, there's still a bride who wanders those roads. Nobody knows exactly how she died, but even today, anyone who drives through there alone in the middle of the night, when the roads are completely deserted, might encounter her. She always asks for the same thing, crying and begging for help to get back to her husband. She says he loves her so much and must be worried about her. It's actually pretty heartbreaking, but guys, remember, these emotions are coming from a spirit, a ghost. If you ever encounter something like this, what would you do? Let me know in the comments below. Before this video ends, I want to leave you with this thought. You might travel the same road 1,000 times during the day and be perfectly fine. But timing matters. Time matters more than you think. If you happen to be in a place at the exact same time that someone died there, your chances of seeing their spirit increase dramatically. I believe that you can only see a spirit when you match the timing of their death. So pray that never happens to you, because at midnight, those lonely roads don't belong to the living anymore. They belong to the dead. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe for more terrifying true stories, and I'll see you in the next video. Sweet dreams, if you can manage them after this story.